Well, an American tourist's experience at Delhi airport, it has kind of triggered a huge online debate. California-based architect Damon Zumbrogel, he described Delhi airport immigration as torture, and he criticized what he called a kind of money gauntlet involving duty-free shops and commercial counters. Well, his comments quickly traveled across social media with people comparing Delhi's airport experience with the airports in America, Europe, or even Australia. In the meantime, some actually agreed. They agreed with his criticism. Others pushed back, arguing that large international airports are complicated spaces where immigration, where security, where retail, and where passenger movement they all operate all together. And this is where the whole story it becomes interesting. The question is this really about one tourist having a bad experience, or is it about how India wants its international airports to be perceived further? Well, New Delhi has become one of India's major global gateways. Millions of passengers they pass through it, including tourists, including business travelers, NRIs, and foreign investors too. Well, for many international visitors here, an airport it is their very first physical experience of the entire country. So that basically means immigration counters, queues, security, and the overall passenger journey that can influence how they perceive India. They make an opinion right at the airport gate. And yes, at the very same time, airport rankings are not based on any one person's experience here. They look at multiple factors including facility, service, connectivity, and passenger satisfaction. So the viral complaint, it may be personal this time, but it has opened a much bigger conversation about India's global image and the experience of people who are entering our nation. India is investing heavily in aviation infrastructure, and airports are increasingly becoming part of the country's international brand now. So, when a foreign traveler he complains publicly, the debate that naturally becomes bigger than just one airport queue. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, while one American is complaining about entering India, thousands of Indians are now asking a very different question. How much will it cost to enter America for work? Well, for Indian tech workers dreaming of an American career, the H-1B visa has traditionally been one of the biggest pathways into the US tech industry. But now, the price that is attached to that particular pathway, it could become dramatically higher. The US Department of Homeland Security has proposed a $103,265 fee for the H-1B cap subject petition, including petition for highly educated workers with advanced degrees. Can you imagine that? That is an enormous amount of money that is involved here. And naturally, Indian professionals are asking just one basic question. Who will pay for it? Well, the proposed fee applies to the petition process, so the financial impact on an individual worker that can depend on how the employer structures the hiring and immigration cost. But yes, there is no doubt that a six-figure government charge, it could make companies think twice, maybe thrice, before sponsoring certain workers here. Employers could compare the cost of hiring an H-1B worker with the hiring of somebody who's already authorized to work in America. And for companies operating on tight budgets, that calculation, it could become very, very important. And remember here, Indians have historically been among the biggest beneficiaries of the H-1B system. 70%. That much H-1B visas have gone to Indians. Indian engineer, software developer, data scientists, and other professions. They make up major share of H-1B applicants. So this is not simply an immigration story. It could become a business decision further. If hiring an international worker that becomes dramatically more expensive, well, some companies could choose local talent now. Others could shift their work to India. Some may simply reduce sponsorship. Well, there is another bigger question about the future of American technology today. US companies have historically relied on international talent to fill specialized roles. If immigration becomes more expensive, companies may respond by changing where they hire. where they build their teams and where they establish technology centers further. So, if the cost of working in America that keeps on rising, the next generation may start asking another question here. Is studying in America still worth it or not?